Hello and welcome to Homestead Imaginations. Today I'm going to start my compost pile. So I've got all the materials that I need right here to at least get it started. I'm already looking at what I've got and I'm pretty sure I don't have enough carbon. I don't have enough cardboard or paper, or you can use wood chips or sawdust, stuff like that to be your carbon. And I've only got like a little bit of a tote of cardboard, and so it's definitely not enough. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to add more, but one of the things that, so I've done a ton of research, watching videos, reading online, reading through some books that I have about composting, and pretty much it's all across the board of what you're trying to mix. So basically I've come to the conclusion of it's going to be trial and error. You're going to put stuff in and you're going to have to constantly, you're going to just monitor it and see if it's too wet, then you add more carbon. If it's too dry, then you can water it. You can also add more nitrogen stuff to help, but I've definitely got enough nitrogen stuff. So here, I'll show you my materials. We'll go through that, and then I will then start to mix it, and you'll just layer it, wet it, and then kind of just mix it all together, so that way it's all mixed together. So part of layering is just to hopefully that you get a better mix and you can kind of see and gauge, because some people say you want 50-50 or 60-40 carbon to the nitrogen component. So I'm just using what I've got. I'm gonna probably have to get some more carbon materials to get this going, but I'm hoping I can at least get a good start and start getting a feel for composting. It's my first time ever composting, so I figure it's a good start. And again, it's something that you're just going to learn with what materials that you currently use, what your ratio is to really get good compost. And basically, if you can get it to the right temperatures and it's composting, then you're doing it right. So I already showed, I've got the cardboard there. It's all ripped up for the most part. I've got some garden scraps here, some food scraps from inside the house. I got even some garden plants, like from pruning and trimming some stuff back, some weeds. I've got grass, and I just put this in the barrel just the other day. I mowed just a couple days ago, and there was a couple patches where there was a lot of excess grass because it had grown too long before I mowed. But look at this, it's 120 degrees just from sitting in this wheelbarrow for a couple days. And when I moved it, just kind of look and see inside, steam literally came out, and it's very warm to the touch. So when you're composting, you want 130 to 140 is like the good range that you're really trying to shoot for. But anywhere basically from this thermometer, it's showing 130 to 160 should give you exactly what you need for your hot compost. So this is a birthday gift I just recently got, so it's pretty long, so I'll be able to reach inside a deep compost. So I'll take that out because I'm gonna start mixing stuff. And then I got this lovely stuff from the next door. There's a farm right behind us, and that is aged cow manure. So it's already composted a little bit, so I'm gonna mix it in with this, so it'll be nitrogen rich. So that is all the stuff that I've got to mix. And I've got, in a previous video, by the time I post this one, I'll show you what we had to do to get that cow manure. We had to travel down our private road, dirt road, which becomes literally a trail, and then it literally had become overgrown. So spent a bunch of time, me and my two boys, clearing it, trying to get through the road so we can get to the end of my road, which connects to the road that the farm is on, so that way I could drive my side-by-side here all the way over to the farm and then pick up this manure, because I do not have a truck. So this is the best option that I had to be able to get the stuff. And so we did that Sunday night, and we met the farmers for the first time, bought some beef, which we cannot wait to try. It looks amazing. We got a few different steak options, and we got some ground beef, and then we tried some beef jerky. The beef jerky was phenomenal. We're gonna order some of that the next time we go over. And again, the meat looks great, so we cannot wait to try it. So pretty excited about that. And they were amazing people. We had such a blast. So we went over, the kids wanted to go over and check out the farm. It was our first time going over there, first time ordering local meat. So when we went over, we got to see all their animals. They've got cows. They've got, obviously they've got cows. So they've got chickens, and they had a couple horses. So the boys were ecstatic. And the cow, one of their cows is ginormous. Like, I was completely shocked when I drove around to the back of like their barn and saw this massive cow standing there. It's 6 foot 1 inches tall. This thing is a monster. I wish I took pictures of it. Next time I go over, I'm definitely gonna take pictures of it because it is a monster of a cow. I've never seen a cow that big. I didn't know they could get that big. Like, it is a big boy. So the boys had a blast going to the farm. Meeting them was a total blast. Their 10-year-old boy hit it off with our boys. They instantly became like best friends, hanging out, having a great time. We went over just to pick up some cow manure, shovel that into the back of the side-by-side, and buy some meat. And we ended up being there for 3 hours, hanging out, super nice, very hospitable. And it was such a great time, and so happy to meet like-minded people and farmers who like do stuff that I want to get into like a smidge of. Like, I just want to get into homesteading, but they're full-on farmers, so like I can, you know, start to see like what their life is like, which is, you know, farmers don't get enough appreciation, that's for sure. All the hard work that they put into just to get us our food. So great experience, love meeting them, great people, can't wait to see them again. We look forward to trying to set up play dates and hang out with them some more and get to know them even better. But it was a great time, and again, like, went over there first, we thought something that'd be quick, and ended up hanging out for 3 hours just meeting them and getting to know them, and it was such a great time. So we're very fortunate and very happy to have met such awesome people. So so that's the spiel. That's everything we've got. I'm gonna mix this stuff in. I'm gonna show you guys how I mixed it in, and then we'll just see how it goes. I'll come out periodically and check with the thermometer, see if it's getting up to temp, make sure it's damp enough. And I'm pretty sure not only do I need more carbon materials, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna need maybe some more manure, because online it says like you should really have like 3 feet deep and like 3 feet wide and 3 feet like tall, like to really get up to that proper temperatures. And I don't think I have enough material to fill this. So this bin area right here is basically 4 feet across and 4 feet tall. I actually forgot to measure how deep it is. So this is pretty close to like dimensions that I've read online. Like, so it's a little bit taller and a little bit wider than necessary to really get a good compost. So this should be enough space to get a compost pile. So I've got this one. I'm going to get this one started and hopefully then fill it to the right height with whatever materials I can get to then top it off to make sure it is that. And then I will probably work on getting that one done. My goal is hopefully to get these both composted good enough so when I take everything out of the gardens this fall and close them up for the winter, I'm going to be able to hopefully take all this compost right out of these bins and go spread it on top of my gardens. And that way all that nutrients will be able to get fed right into the soil for next year, and my gardens will be even better next year. So that's the goal, and here we go. So just gonna pop this guy up here. There we go. All right. So I'm just gonna start with putting down some cardboard first. The carbon materials, nothing too sophisticated, literally just throwing stuff in, trying to mix it in with what I've got, and then throw in some of this stuff that's already starting to decay a little bit. Get that thrown in there, and then shovel in some cow poop. Which I was supposed to change my boots and stuff into my boots for this, and I forgot. So hopefully I don't get my shoes all messed up. But this should do well, I'm hoping. So it might be enough. I don't know. Once I start adding this in, it's starting to kind of fill in quick, so I'm hoping it's actually enough. Let's see. So, if you guys notice anything that you've done and seen while you're composting that was successful, or things that you've learned, just hit them up in the comments. It's always good to see what other people have done and their successes and their failures too, just so you don't repeat the same failures as other people. So, get some of this mixed in. And throw in some more cardboard. Huge helping of this. That's probably enough for now to now add some water, get things a little damp. So when you're watering and you're trying to get this, it says you want your stuff to be like a damp sponge. Not soaking wet, like where if you squeeze it, a bunch of water's gonna come out, but like a damp sponge. Get everything nice and wet. You know what? I'm gonna throw these. I think these are mums, my wife's mums from like last year. Throw those in too. Got potting soil in there, so that'll be good. Throw in a bunch of grass, which is already like cooking, which is crazy. It didn't take very long for that to start happening. And then by throwing all the rest of this, our garden scraps, all the weeds have also started going. Yeah, this is definitely going to be enough. This is actually, once you start piling it in, it fills in quick. Get all these potatoes, corn on the cobs, all this stuff out here thrown in. Some beet stalks. So this cardboard. So this is gonna be a little bit of a long video today, but it shouldn't be too bad. But really excited to be able to actually have access to being able to get cow manure, like fresh cow manure, especially from cows that are, you know, organic. It's an even bigger plus. So that means, you know, poop's going to be a little bit cleaner than compared to maybe somewhere else, or buying it online or buying it from the store, which you don't really know how the cows are fed or taken care of. Probably, I might not even have to, as I do this, I might have to add some other boards, because I see some stuff is going to probably trickle out here on the sides. Some of this is already kind of wet, so I don't need to worry about too much of watering, because this manure has been out. It's rained since I brought this manure over, so it is already damp. Yeah, definitely that back corner is going to need to get a board put in. So I'll do that probably next year once I empty these, and then put the compost in with the into the gardens, on top of the gardens. I'll probably then fill in these boards. I thought it'd be all right, but it looks like it'll need it. So finish up the rest of this grass. Try to put a lot of that grass right there. Plug that up. which I can use my grass because I don't use any pesticides or anything on the property. I don't spray for weeds or any weed killers, so I can use my grass. Yeah, just do the rest. So I can use my grass as part of my compost. So you gotta be careful if you add stuff to your grass of weed killer or you spray for anything, you won't be able to use your grass clippings. So get some of this cardboard a little wet. And then this is the gate that I made, which is just, I cut a pallet just to be a little bit shorter. That's what these posts are for. Put that down. There. Now just shovel in more of the cow poop. It's so funny. I was talking to a coworker today, and we were chatting about like all the stuff that I've been doing and working on, and some of my goals and things that I'm trying to, you know, add on to the homestead to make it an actual official homestead. And she's just like, I cannot believe like you are doing this kind of stuff. And I tell her, I was like, I know. Everyone says the same thing, because you know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, if someone told me like this is what I'd be trying to do, I would have told them, yeah, right. But here we are. So you never know. You never know what you're gonna do. It's never too late to try new things, to do new stuff. Also, I hope you guys can hear me, because I don't have a mic and I am kind of far, and I'm sure when I'm talking this way you might not be able to hear me, so I apologize in advance. We'll see. But I am, let's see, when I started gardening, I was 37 years old. And that's when I found out that I had a passion to do gardening and to start living down this lifestyle. And then, you know, 38, I just turned 39 just a few days ago. And I made the decision this summer that I want to actually build this into a homestead and start homesteading. So it is never too late to change course, try something new, do something new, learn something new. It's never too late. You can always find something new that you had no idea that you would love doing. So do what you want, have fun, try new things, because you never know. Oh, there's a nice little spider. Where'd he go? I don't want to get him. Some of the stuff's already like kind of sticking to the ground. Being a pain in the ass trying to shovel it up. Probably gonna add more boards to this too, because stuff is falling in between there. So before I fill this other one, I think I'll probably take maybe, I've seen people use like hardware cloth and a line. That's what I'll probably actually do. For the bigger gaps, put on some extra boards, but then for the smaller stuff, put like hardware cloth, staple in there to make sure stuff stays in your bin. You're not losing stuff as you try and mix it and rotate it and put it in. Stuff doesn't just fall out. Some of the stuff is just falling right out as I'm trying to shovel it in. Like that. Alright, pretty much all of it. Put that to the side. And give it a little watering real quick. Alright. And my feet are filthy. Okay, all right. So let's get you back over here. And let's see. Actually, let's grab measuring tape. We can see how tall this is. I don't think it's quite 3 feet, but let's see. No, it's not. All right, so to be close to 3 feet, we need, even this is too short, so I'll need to change that up. I'll need to make this door a little bit higher so I can get the full 3 feet that's recommended, but we'll see how it goes. It still might do the job. It is a lot. So there's everything all mixed in. Definitely some space here. Again, like all that, I want to put a board across and then probably some hardware cloth across this to keep things in. Same with over here. There's some space. This back one's not bad. That's actually, I mean, not bad. That's really good. There's very minimal space. This one's got a little bit more space, so hardware cloth along the inside of this will really help keep everything in. But so we just put this in. Let's get the shine off. So it's about 80 degrees right now. So I will monitor this. So I will see how this heats up, and go from there, and just constantly check it and see how wet it is, what the temperature is, because we got to get to that temperature to do the hot composting. So we will see how well this heats up. It's not as tall and as much compost as that's recommended online to really get a good one going. It is pretty close, so we'll see if it can still do the job. If not, I will do my research and I will try and figure out where I can get clean either wood chips or sawdust, preferably sawdust because that's just a smaller surface area. You can then decompose really quickly. So all right, that is today's video. I will either make a new video showing some of the results in like probably maybe a couple weeks, see what this looks like, or I'll just comment this video. We'll see. If there's not much to show, then I won't do a video, but if there's a good amount, then I'll make a new video showing what this looked like after however much time I let go by before I do that. So thank you for watching. Again, comment down below any tips, tricks that you know about composting. You know, not only could it help me out, learn and be better, but it could also help anyone else that comes across this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Keep the imagination rolling. Take care. Bye-bye.